Here in Australia, we're seeing what it's like to get to the end of life expectancy for a wind farm. It's been going for about 20 plus, a little bit over 20 years, 25 years, and now they've got to tear it down because it's not worth repairing. Nobody thinks about the environmental damage that wind farms and solar panels cause. They're quite happy to look at the environmental damage caused by, coal-fired power stations, but nobody ever takes account of the very real environmental damage that's caused by wind farms and solar panels. It's significant. Thousands and thousands of tons of concrete buried in the landscape, which they won't bother to remove. They'll just leave it there, I guess. Australia's first commercial wind farm set to be decommissioned. The energy company behind Australia's first commercial wind farm has announced it will be shutting down the operation that has come to the end of its technical life. Australia's first commercial wind farm is set to be decommissioned after nearly 25 years in operation. It sounds a lot, but compared to a coal-fired or nuclear power station that can last 60 or 80 years, it ain't very much at all. Renewable energy company Pacific Blue announced the Codrington wind farm, located near Port Fairy in southwestern Victoria, is said to be decommissioned as it is approaching the end of its technical life. At this stage, Pacific Blue is not pursuing a repowering option for Codrington, a statement from the company said. Well, those weasel words seem to indicate that they're not going to be doing anything with that site and it will be just left abandoned. The site's grid connection would require significant upgrades, and today's turbine siting requirements would preclude the installation of latest generation turbines, which can have an output of over 5 times that of Codrington's current turbines. Just pure net zero virtue signalling. You could have built a nuclear power station 20 years ago and it would still only be, a third or a quarter the way through its life. But now we're having to tear down a wind farm. And how are you going to recycle those blades, by the way? Because there is no way you can recycle them. They just get buried and they become landfill. But that's okay, apparently, because we don't worry about environmental damage caused by solar panels and wind farms. That's just the way it is, apparently.